In just a moment, we'll hand over to Steve McManaman and Darren Fletcher. Look, Rio, we were just...
City against the 2020 champions, Liverpool.
It's huge for Leicester, and their depth of fullback continues to be tested with who replaces the injured Fabinho. He's alongside Jordan Henderson. The other one is in mid
to create goals for the number 9, who's in good form, and as for Liverpool, 4-3.
Who's 20 and on loan from Schalke, although Liverpool do have an option to buy the Turkey international. He played 14 games.
To the way, and here's Maddison, seeing that Alisson's a long way off his line. Almost got it right, certainly worth a speculative attempt. From Alisson, what a ball that is from Alexander-Arnold. Mane, unable to replicate its quality, couldn't find Salah.
Well, I'm not sure at this stage whether Leicester have set up with a low block or whether they're just being forced backwards. But
Clough had a good performance today as Mane plays it in here. Carried forward by Jones. Wilfred Ndidi back from an injury of his own, trying to release Vardy. Very well read by Henderson, and a good hit from Wilfred Ndidi. Salah. Step back in. Milner will try and get onto that on the ground where he last scored. Down as a goal kick. Jones, who increasingly is playing a significant part in Liverpool's bigger game. Jones forward to supplement the attack. Salah making his way forward here. Early sight of goal, just taken off his toes by Soyuncu.
What a ball from Jordan Henderson once more. An absolute beauty, and it just ripped.
For Jamie Vardy, looking for goal. Well, he got the angle right, but not the elevation. An early Liverpool warning.
And one for Ozan Kabak, because in this position he's got him. I've got him. And
that kind of finish from that kind of angle. That's the different back four today. Salah going down, no foul, and Ndidi can bring the ball away to find Tielemans.
Well, if there was contact there, and
Alexander-Arnold. Mane now taking on Amati. In comes the corner. And volleyed wide. Hasn't had his shooting boots on so far today, Mo Salah.
No, well, Kabak was the one who may have glanced at, because...
Dangerous flick on. Salah able to pick that up, but couldn't get himself into a shooting position. Salah's touch, committing Schmeichel to come out. He's flicked it past him. Evans was back, so to Amati. Now he's put behind.
Yeah, and a goal kick has been awarded.
Of it so far, couldn't quite get himself into a shooting position, but can feed Maddison. There's some perspective to what they still... chances and 10 shots on target. It's really good defending there by Pereira, who certainly wasn't expecting the decision to go against him as he shepherded the ball out of play for Salah chasing. Salah in space to his right. Mane and Firmino ahead of him. It's Firmino. Good work by Schmeichel.
Yeah, it's just played a little too much, and Firmino couldn't then dink it over Schmeichel as a result. But for me, Leicester are not...
Fashion the ball over the top, which does find its intended target. Mane for Firmino. And the flag is up. Leicester allowed to play on, give it away. All Brighton's head in his hands as he camps inside the Leicester final third at the moment. Success. Vardy held up well by Henderson. Seconds. It is Ndidi, and it is well off target. And ahead of Jones, worked the other way for Alexander-Arnold. First time Maddison tried to make something happen for the Foxes. It's a lovely turn. The pace of Jamie Vardy. Robertson didn't quite get the touch. Alexander-Arnold now for Salah, who's had the clearest opportunities for Liverpool. In the middle for him to try and pick out, including Vardy, who got the run but couldn't hit the target either side of Vardy in an offside position this time, so the ball had to be held up for a moment. Firmino, Robertson, the obvious pass to play. He's got time to take a touch, but the deflection spins it wide.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously trying to go for the far corner in the end, Andy Rob.
Quite the reverse. Mane, Thiago, Getting the better of Ndidi this time. Mane trying to fashion, picking out Mane. Marty standing his ground. Asian's early season as Maddison flicks it on here for Jamie Vardy, who hits the bar. Well, the VAR might have had a look at it anyway. Mane trying to bulldoze his way through, and a couple of cynical challenges stopped him. One from Johnny Evans earning a... Who's it going to be? It's Alexander-Arnold, and the wall that is per touch. Here's Salah right at the end of the first half. Meanwhile, Leicester go back to their MO, and it's Vardy in again. Alisson's done. Liverpool 0.
A fascinating first half of the King.
Flying ahead. Record playing against their former managers over the relatively recent past. Who blocked the shot. It was Tielemans that was able to get in the line of fire. Here's Curtis Jones. Can turn over possession and break quickly. They do always look dangerous. Alexander-Arnold wrestling Barnes to the ground. Maddison again. Trying to draw the challenge and succeeding. Liverpool keeping a high line as Maddison works it in. The area. Tielemans back for Maddison again. Vardy.
Best free kick from Maddison, but on the follow-up, this was very good. And there was a teaser for Vardy, but Alisson was...
Well, here's Andy Robertson, and that's a goal kick.
Yeah, and look at Thiago. Thiago's got his arms out in front of him as if to say, surely you've got...
Trying to work the angle to get himself into a shooting position, but now Brighton getting out of Maddison's way to bring it forward.
Now, and he's often the first one subbed, and I could see it happening once more.
It's Salah's turn. And for Thiago. It's Alexander-Arnold that tries his luck, and it was a deflection on its way through before it smacked off the frame of the goal. Both sides hitting. Mane's done well to ride the challenge of Amati. Robertson the target. All Brighton's followed him back. And with an hour gone, it's Liverpool's first corner of the second. And it's in and away. It was Roberto Firmino that got his head for Jones. Plenty of movement ahead of him. Jones couldn't tee. Michael committed. Back in for Firmino. Can he get a shot in or set up Salah? It's brilliantly taken. Liverpool have the lead. Salah with a crisp finish, but Firmino with the awareness. And Liverpool strike.
And this all comes from a Tielemans crossfield pass that didn't reach its target, and Liverpool capitalised from there. But I must admit, even though Mo Salah gets all the credit ultimately at this level, the control, the strength, and then to have the awareness that Salah was in position and then produce that flick wonderful.
In with pace from Maddison and straight at Alisson.
Yeah, and he just had to make sure he held on to that.
As they look for the equalising goal. In from Maddison and in! Don't think it took a touch from anybody on the way through. Leicester felt that they should have had a penalty, but has the equalising margins, and there, a prime example.
Yeah, is it that foot of Firmino?
On level terms. Oh, Kabak has presented it straight to Jamie Vardy, who walks it in for 2-1 Leicester. An inauspicious moment on his debut. Leicester have turned it around with 2 goals in a minute and a half. And Alisson, who's not had the best of weeks, has another moment on which to reflect.
Well, if you look at it, culpability, for me, it's Alisson all day, not young Kabak. Because he's got to communicate. He sees the bigger picture, Alisson.
But can play it forward. And they got Barnes in behind Kabak, and it's 3. And Liverpool are falling apart. 3 goals in 6 minutes for Leicester City. Not dissimilar to Liverpool's purple patch in this fixture last season. And Jurgen Klopp knows, with a face of resignation, there will be no successful title defence this season. Leicester City, leading 3-1, might yet just about still be in the hunt.
Well, never mind heavy metal. At the moment, it feels like orchestral facing goal through his willingness to run behind defences.
He certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And it's Saul. Needed a better pass there. He's making good use of his strength there. Just refuses to be out-muscled. Diving header!